By now you all probably know who Waboo is because of the recent stuff that's been happening with Skeletal Extremigans. If you somehow don't know, I will just quickly explain. Basically, Waboo has been working with a bunch of people to create a nearly 9-minute long extension of the level Skeletal Shenanigans. And I won't explain what that level is, because you know what Skeletal Shenanigans is. It's the most popular level ever at this point. And yeah, the thing that people had a problem with is that he spent $115,000 on this. That is a lot of money for one Geometry Dash level. Keep in mind, people were freaking out when the Heliopolis bounty was 10,000. So 115,000, that is stupid. That is stupid amounts of money. And very recently, 3 hours ago from when I'm recording, Waboo has finished this level with all his creators, and he has uploaded the mega full version of it to his test channel. I'm assuming this is probably because he doesn't know how people are going to perceive this, so he's put it on the test channel to test it out. But maybe not, because he is advertising it here at the top, so maybe this is where he planned to post it the entire time. But anyways, I've got a feeling that people are going to be a bit riled up about this level. In fact, I know people are, because if you go in the comments, here we go, top comment, ChatGPT generate me a Geometry Dash level. But there is a couple of people who do actually like this level, and I'm going to talk about the reasons to like and dislike this level in a second. I'm basically just going to go through everything notable about this level. My first critique is that, why does this exist? From what I've seen, the level does genuinely look good. Like, I'm not going to try and say that this is bad at all. And a lot of people call this level soulless, but I think there is some parts that genuinely aren't soulless and look like they have had a bunch of effort put into them, and the creators have enjoyed making them. I know they were paid to do this, but that doesn't mean you can still not have fun making these levels. I think that a lot of these parts, like this part, genuinely looks really good. I love this rap section. That's really cool. However, is this worth 115,000? Like, I'm really failing to see how this was 115,000 in budget. I've seen levels that look a lot better than this be made for free on the game, so I just don't get how he spent that much. It must all be in advertising, because I just don't see how it got this much. And I know they picked Skeletal Shenanigans because it was a super popular level, and obviously a lot of people are going to be interested. However, like, really, I really don't get why this was the one to be chosen, because the level has an ending. You go and you're trying to get this gem the whole time, you're fighting for all the skeletons to try and get it, and then at the very end, you're able to finally grab the diamond and exit the level. Why does that need an extension? And before I even talk about the AI-generated comments and why people are saying that, I want to first get the big thing out the way, because I know a lot of people are going to want to see this. This is what a lot of people are going to be mad at. Let me just show you what this end screen has. It seems normal, right? It's just a lot of skeletons. It is Skeletal Extremigans, right? There you go. Cool looking skeleton boss. Cool, it's just a cool animation, right? There's no issue. And boom, scan to get your own adorable Skelly. It's an advertisement for the plushies. Now, I get he needs to make his money back, but, like, really? I feel like people are gonna be pretty mad at this. And yes, I am not blind. He says the end screen code will not be included in the level upload on GD. However, you literally put a giant QR code in the middle of the level. Like, sure, the end screen QR code won't be there, but the mid-level QR code will be. And I don't know, I feel like this really didn't need to. Like, I'm fine with the end screen, honestly. Like, as much as I think it's a bit annoying, like, you need to make the money back, right? 115,000 is 115,000. That is a lot of money. It needs to make it back. Plushies had to be done. Like, the gambling part of it I heavily disagree with, but the fact that they exist is fair enough. But, like, do we really need to advertise it in the middle of the level? Can we not just have it at the end of this video, or just at the end screen of the level even? Like, why do we need multiple advertisements for it? Now, I hope none of you actually hate Waboo for this, because I actually mentioned this on the Vernosis interview that I did with him recently. But You still need to realize that as much as he did a lot of things probably wrong with this project and the money could have been spent doing something a lot better, I think the fact that he was able to give people a living wage to just make a jump dash level due to passion is super cool. I really like that. I just think the way he went about it was a bit weird. And the way he approached the interview just really made it seem like he was doing it for the money and not because he actually has a passion for GD. So yeah, send no hate to the creators or Waboo. In fact, send love to the creators because a lot of these parts do look really good. However, I do want to point out one thing is just a critique with the level. Nothing to do with the idea of this. More like the actual level giving a criticism. I can see where people say the AI thing comes from. Obviously, I don't think this level's soulless at all. I think it's got a lot of passion put into it. However, it just rehashes a bunch of stuff from Skeletal Shenanigans. Like this part. This is just the ending where the skeleton is chasing you at the end, and then he dies. Over here, look. You go into a cannon, and you shoot up, and you have the same animation going onto the moon, and the same target. Here we go. Another chase scene where you're going down the sloping hill with a skeleton chasing you. It's the same thing. The final boss of this level, the thing that's supposed to be the climax, is just like a Fortnite reskin of the actual skeleton from before with similar attack patterns. It's just a gold palette over it. It's nothing different. The level doesn't have a personality in these sections. Is just banking off of skeletal shenanigans again. Kind of proving the point that why are we remaking this level? We could have remade a bunch of other levels. Change of Scene is a super popular level that maybe you could have done something with that. Like, this is a complete finished level. Again, look, this is just a reskin. You just added the horns and made them blue. It's the same thing. I like this, how the skeletons are like on his head and stuff. However, it just feels like we're rehashing the same thing over and over. This part's fine. I'm fine with this part, but like most of it is kind of just rehashing the same stuff over and over. I just really don't understand why this level needed an extension. And the song doesn't really feel like a continuation of Skeletal Shenanigans, it just feels like an epic version of Skeletal Shenanigans. Again, just it feels like it's trying to bank on this aura, this hype, right? And not actually doing anything to benefit the sequel in a way. I'm calling this a sequel, but it is an extension. It's pretty much the same thing. But I don't know. There's just a lot of things you can like about this level, but there's a lot of things you can dislike. I like how he's carrying a diamond here. I think that's pretty cool. But that is pretty much it. This is gonna be a very divisive level, I can tell, and it already has been. And so I would just like to hear your guys' take. That's all my opinions on the level, but you are free to have your completely own fair opinion on the level. There's a bunch of reasons why you can absolutely adore this level, and there's a bunch of reasons why you can hate this level. Just at the end of the day, please don't send hate to Waboo. Don't send hate to the creators. I agree that maybe Waboo should be doing a couple things differently with this level, and he probably should have added gambling to the plushies, you could say. But I still think that we shouldn't send hate to any of them because there is benefits. These people are getting to do their passion as a job, and I really am happy for that, and I really think that was cool. I just think we could have maybe chose a different level or spent that money a bit more wisely. Thanks for watching, and peace.